Hey guys, and welcome to Car Guy 1999 Reviews as well as Quirk Automotive. Today we have the 2019 Dodge Challenger Mopar Edition. This one is the 392 Shaker Scat Pack with the Mopar Edition on top of it. Just 90 of the Mopar Editions were ever made. Nice Mopar design badging. Excellent sound from that 392 motor. You have this white paint with the blue stripe coming on top and going around the shaker. This one has the hood pins. That's not just what keeps the hood down. There is an actual latch, but they are functional. They do stop the hood if this were to fail, which is pretty ingenious. On this side, you have a it's blocked off. However, on this side, it feeds your cold air intake. This one's fitted on the 245 tires with 4-piston Brembo brakes. Didn't think the winch was going to get that bad. Side, you have nice Mopar designing on these seats. These are the houndstooth seats, the base seats for the Challenger. This is number 70. Taking a look at the window sticker, base price is $39,245. This is white knuckle. That's the color name. Dodge is always excellent with their color names. So the Mopar 19 group was just under $3,000. Gives you the red brake calipers, the hood pin kit, the door sills, front strut tower brace under the hood, some floor mats. Driver convenience group's also in here. You also have the Harman Kardon audio group, which is considered audio group 2 when you go to order them, and it features 2 massive subwoofers in the trunk. This is the Shaker package, which was $2,500. This one has your power sunroof, Uconnect nav, and yeah, so total sticker price of $53,505. Put that there for now. This one's fitted, of course, with the 6-speed manual. That's the way I would have it. Nice notchy throws. That's what's in my personal car. I have a 2019 TA 392, so I'm extremely familiar with this vehicle. That shaker hood is awesome. You can see it move a little bit there. But let's go ahead, take this thing on the road. The clutch is super easy to use. It is a shorter throw, which I personally like, and the gauge is right in the middle. It's extremely difficult to stall these, especially with the 475 pound-feet of torque. Dodge rates this at 485 for horsepower. Just based off what my car makes, it's making closer to 515, because Dodge tests these in the harshest conditions possible, so they're definitely making more power than advertised. I almost like this better than the Hellcat. I just drove the Hellcat, and to me this is the perfect Challenger. It's the best of both worlds. You know, you have more power than the RT, but not unusable power of the Hellcat. The ride is phenomenal too. My Challenger's my daily driver. I've driven it all year round, through the snow, through everything. And I've not had any issues. I put 2 blocks in the back, just to keep the rear down. And I'm running 275 all seasons. That's what I drove all winter, and no issues at all. Honestly, driving another one of these, it just solidifies the fact of how much I love these cars. They're such a bargain for what you get, and they're the only muscle car that stayed true to being a muscle car. The Mustang has become more track oriented, becoming more of a sports car. Same with the Camaro. They're both fantastic cars. Quirk actually has a Ford dealership, so I will be filming the Mustang in the coming weeks. They're both, Mustang and Camaro are fantastic, but nothing harks back to the 1960s like this car. The Challenger is the muscle car now. I mean, if you put this side by side with a 1970, you can see all of the heritage. You know, this harks back to the 1970s Challenger so well. All of the major design elements are there in both cars, and that is key for having a good recreation of the Challenger. So if you don't want the houndstooth seats, also available are Napa and Alcantara seats. Those are heated and ventilated. These are just heated. That's part of the Plus package, which I think runs $2,000 or so. I'm trying to think back to the window sticker on my car, because mine has the Plus package, so I'm trying to remember what the costs are on each option package. Also for 2020, we have the new 50th anniversary cars. Hopefully once we get one in at one of our dealerships, I will be coming back down to film. For 2020, you can now get the shaker with the wide body, which it looks insane. I have yet to see a 2020 Mopar or a 50th anniversary in person, but just based off of pictures, it looks phenomenal. Also available as an option is the Dynamics package. That adds 6-piston Brembo front brakes, as well as upgraded tire size to 275 instead of 245. That's what my personal car has. Honestly, after driving this, the 245s are just fine. 4 pistons still do their job quite well. And this is such a fun car to drive. If you've never driven a Challenger, drive one, test drive one. You know, if you're looking at Mustangs or Camaro, test drive a Challenger, because it gives you an emotional feel that none of those other cars do. You know, it's almost like a resto mod of a 1970 Challenger. What can I say? This car is so absolutely phenomenal. And especially this one's a collector's edition. Only 90 of these were ever in the United States. You know, and this is number 70. So it's actually, this is probably the most collectible one, because 1970 Challenger, and this is the only number 70. They don't do what Ferrari does and fake their numbers, say we're only making 399 and then make 100 more. Dodge is strict. Every single one is numbered. It's pretty ingenious. On that note, I want to say thank you so much for watching this video. Please like, share, and subscribe. I will see you all in the next one.